911.
Amazing! Never let the millions change me. Do it for the children, the Keiki. Feeling like a little kid with the way we like to show up in the Hilton with his AC on a hot day. Feeling like KD with the shot bang. If you ain't with it for a rain, we gon' part ways. Catch me in the wrong mood on the wrong day. I don't really think you understand what I'm trying to.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today?
Doing pretty good myself. I mean, nobody else wants to say nothing, I guess. I'm doing fantastic.
I was waiting
That's
for the
good.
audience to chime in.
I was waiting for Phil Spencer.
Oh,
I'm doing very good, sir. How are you doing?
doing great. I'm doing great. So we had a little curveball today. We were supposed to have Tortoise on, but his power went out. So he will not be joining us today. Hope that gets all situated, buddy, and we'll reschedule for you another time. But we do have our good friends, Matt Likes Games and Ham Solo, 05 Gaming of the Game Drain.
Yes,
They
sir.
said we said, and Matt Likes Games channel. How you guys doing? What you guys been playing? What you guys been up to?
Dude, Ham, do you want to go first on that?
You go on ahead, buddy.
Okay, so what I've been playing, Ghostwire Tokyo just came out on Xbox. I'm really enjoying that. Vampire Survivors is crack. Trying to think if there's anything else. Diablo 3. We've been playing a little bit of Diablo 3 and then Gears 5. But that's pretty much it. NBA as well.
Nice.
All right. My turn, I guess. So I guess as for me, I've been playing a lot of different games. Last night, or actually yesterday, during I was on a podcast yesterday with 108 Dragons Lemons podcast, and I was playing this the entire time I was on the podcast. I was playing NFL Fever 2002 for the original Xbox. Fantastic game. I liked it a lot. But like what I've been playing more regularly, Vampire Survivors, like a damn addict. I've been also playing Ghostwire Tokyo. Actually found myself enjoying it. I thought it was going to be kind of a little bit harder to like drudge through, and then like when I opened up the map and I seen the city, I was like, geez Louise, like this is kind of big. And then I realized, okay, they give you a lot of means to power up pretty quickly, and opening up parts of the city is not as hard as you would think. It's actually a pretty easy and pretty fun, repetitive piece of gameplay. But yeah, Diablo with Matt, 2K with Matt, Gears with Matt and Mike. I think that's pretty much it. I turned on Hogwarts on my PS5 yesterday just to play it for a little bit. And man, I got that like RPG kind of fever when I turned it on a little bit, where I was just like, oh man, do I have time for this? Because once you turn that on, you're just like, man, this is, if I'm really going to care about playing this, I'm going to have to give it a few hours. It's like I backed out like 10 minutes after playing it, but I already beat the game. I already put like near 70 hours into that game, so I was fine with moving on.
Jeez.
But anyways, Vinny, are you good?
You back? Everything okay, Vinny?
Hey, sorry. Those updates, man. I'm crashing my computer.
Microsoft trying to sabotage the podcast.
Every time.
He was trying to push his computer to 60 FPS. I didn't like it.
Oh man,
They're
and I was
trying to
muted.
patch it in right now.
Oh, you're in the middle of a podcast, I see. Let me slide this update into your DMs real quick.
Yep.
Bro.
Kojima taught us a cool cloud trick. You want to see?
Well, my co-host Vinny, how are you doing today?
Doing good. It could be better if my computer worked right, but nonetheless, doing all right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the chat real quick. We got Michael Raymond out there. Mikey Fraud.
Hi.
We love you, brother. Oh, Sensei 808. What's up, buddy? How's everything? All right. Well, so we got some topics today. First one, and forgive me since it's my first time hosting a podcast. Let me get this going. We'll play this Redfall trailer in the background and
Oh,
just talk about what we feel. This is actually the trailer that they dropped a couple months ago, so it's not the
yeah.
IGN messed up one. But how are we
Well,
feeling
no need
about
for that.
Redfall and the whole 30 FPS and everything?
Vinny, I want to hear you. I want to hear you, bud.
I think my perspective changed a bit on it since today because who's that developer guy that used to work at Ubisoft? The Asian guy.
Die. His name Die.
Die, yeah.
Yeah.
I made a post about it saying, just because the game isn't launching with that 60 FPS or whatever developers are going to patch in later doesn't mean the game's not finished. Because it could be a finished product, but technical stuff always comes after the finished product. So I'm thinking like,
Yeah.
okay. And then also Arcane Austin, they never released a 60 FPS game before on console. And so
That's
I'm
true.
just like, all right, well, maybe it's their first time. So I used to be like really critical on this, but I'm a little more understanding now with given the situation and everything.
Nice. I was honestly not expecting that. I was very much not expecting.
What are your thoughts, Matt?
So I think I think it really all depends on how long we're waiting for the patch. I feel like if we wait, like if the patch is out by 2 weeks later, a week later, even less than that, then I'm like, okay, fine. There's no reason to delay the game at that point. You shouldn't delay a game just for 2 weeks to work on a patch. But like you just kind of hope it's not gonna, like, by the time we get to E3, we should have this patch.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of my thought on this. Like if we don't have the patch by E3, then that's pretty strange to me. But yeah, I'm kind of in line with you, Vinny. My thinking on it's, I would say it's changed. I've just gotten to not be so upset about it. Like
Yeah.
I can't, like, me being upset about it's not going to change anything. If they say they're working on a patch, then they know they can get it running at 60. Then it's not like it's not possible, and they're just going to wing it. So they know it works. They know it works. It's not in there yet. So I'll play it on my PC, and then whenever they get it 60 FPS on console, then I'll play through it again on my console.
Yeah. I think even if it's a month, like if it's within 30 days, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Ham? What are your thoughts? I know you had some thoughts on it when the news came out.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed about it. I'm still pretty disappointed, but I mean, I spoke my piece, and I'm not one to just keep trying to beat the heck out of it. Like, I
haven't heard your piece yet.
All right, so fair enough. I mean, Vinny likes to do that to people. He likes to do that, Vinny. So yeah, I was pretty frustrated. Not. And this was on. I said this on K Mega's podcast, and it sounded funny to him, but I don't know. Maybe some people out there agreed with me or whatever. I don't care if they did or not. But I put this like 70-30 on Xbox because it was again we have all this like stuff to be excited about, but you kind of you kind of tried to shove your foot into a shoe that didn't fit, and this is the result of it. Like, we want to see the game come out at its best form. The thing kind of going on with Xbox, whether you want to call it not finished or whatever, like, sure. I mean by that logic we could say then Halo was finished too. It just missed some key pieces. The gunplay was fine.
The game was unfinished.
But that game is unfinished. You know what I'm saying?
But I think
we want to be picky and choosy on what's finished, what's a finished product and what's not a finished product. We want to be picking and choosing on that. And what are you trying to say, Matt?
No, just like I think for Halo versus Redfall, it's like Halo was not content complete. This could be content complete. It just might not have the thing we want, which is 60 FPS. Halo was like
the thing you advertised for is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
You advertised for it. So technically, in my opinion, this is just as incomplete as something else. You said I was going to get this. You told me, hey, this is going to be in this vehicle.
Yeah.
You will drive off the dealership with it. You didn't tell me that I'd have to come back and pick it up. Or
you got the wrong trim level.
Or just something ain't quite right about it.
Yeah.
So that's what I was kind of disappointed in. I'm still gonna play it day one. That's for sure. Like, this ain't one of those like I'm like oh man, Xbox is on the brink of destruction. Like I am not one of these kind of people talking about Xbox at all, because I thoroughly believe in what they did, and in fact, I thought it was kind of brilliant that either I happened to see or the article had just came out about Sarah Bond talking about the Activision Blizzard deal. And I know this is kind of sounds like it's off topic, but in that article, they were talking about how Activision Blizzard, how it's a good get, but it's not just about the one get. It's about the whole long game of it all. So when I see this making me mildly or fairly frustrated, however you want to put it, I then remember this is just the beginning of Xbox's transformation, and I need to kind of calm down a little bit. Okay. Like, I don't think a lot of people are kind of remembering. Everyone wants to doom and gloom right now, and they want to talk about, what's going to happen with Arcane? Are they going to fall apart? Or here's another Xbox blunder like Lionhead Studios, or look at 343 in comparison to this. Like, I don't buy that. Like, they literally just spent $70 billion and said we're not done, and they're fighting for it right now. So them having a game not come with the performance mode I want, it's like me stepping on a Lego and compared to like falling off of a roof. Like, this is nothing in the grand scheme of it all.
Okay.
That's my piece.
Well,
All right.
Did you, by the way, did you guys see? I talked to him about this, but did you see the other day? Redfall's Twitter posted out a new trailer for Redfall, and it's like the only thing in the caption was 4K.
Oh, Jesus!
They basically just leaned into it and said, "Look, we know, we're sorry, but fuck you guys, sorry, it's 4K."
So I have a question for all of you guys. Do you think this is a sign, or this is one example of Xbox treating its console players as second-class citizens?
That's That's a term I've heard a lot regarding this. I don't think I just think it's not ready yet. I guess like if you want to look at it a certain way, then I guess you could definitely say that, but I just don't see it that way. I mean, maybe I'm just willingly not seeing it that way, but I could see how someone would say that, but I don't think that's the case.
Do we feel like they hurt themselves with setting this? Well, I mean, obviously they did. You know, the whole 12-month thing. And since they don't have really anything coming out from that, like they got to push something out. And do you think that that is a result of this, that it's coming out not completely finished, not with a performance mode over quality?
That's interesting. I mean, that could be some of the thinking behind the scenes. That very well could. I mean, they pushed out Halo and it wasn't finished. It's hard for me to imagine that they wouldn't do something like that again, which sucks. Sucks to say that, but it's kind of hard for me to imagine they wouldn't do something like that again. I mean, like Vinny pointed out, Dai said that, you know, just because it's not 60 doesn't mean it's not a content complete game, which is fair, true. But it's missing the performance mode. That I mean, they released a trailer the next day at 60 FPS after telling us it's 30. So it's like, you know, optics aren't great on that. But
Is it launching with a battle pass? Do we know?
I don't think there's no microtransactions in this.
Oh,
They've
okay,
already-
gotcha.
They've already confirmed that.
Better not be.
Yeah, I was happy to hear that.
I think this is just one of those situations where Xbox is out of tune with their studios. Because I think Xbox expected a release from Arcane Austin. Arcane Austin gave the release date, but didn't, there's no check and balances between Xbox and their studios. So I feel like Redfall releasing 30 FPS was more Arcane's decision than it was Xbox's. And Xbox kind of like is like, oh well, we gotta release it anyways because we've already delayed it a year.
That's interesting. I haven't heard that opinion on that, but that is interesting.
All right. I mean, I think overall, everybody's still gonna play it. I mean,
Yeah.
not being 60 is kind of, it sucks, but I mean, if you want to play the game, you're gonna play the game. You know what I mean? And then you'll play it later the way you want to play it. Or if some people have PCs, they'll just play it on PC.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So like it's almost like if you want to know for certain that you're going to get a 60 FPS game no matter what, consoles are still not for you.
Not yet.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this tells you right now. And if you look on the box of your Xbox or your PlayStation, you see 8K on there. If you thought you was going to get a game at 8K 60, you on some serious drugs. 30 frames is not going anywhere anytime soon. It's going to be around for a very long time, especially as long as people have all these cinematic type games. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
It just
Plague
isn't
Tale.
going
Plague's Tale. Dude,
Plague Tale was fantastic. Nobody was complaining about that.
Dude, I love Plague's Tale Requiem.
I played it on the PC because I didn't want to play it at 30. But I was prepared for that. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to prepare for that if you don't want it.
Yeah,
100%. Dude, I tried playing it on my PC at the time. At the time, it was a 2080 Super and 9700K. Dude, anytime you ran into like a swarm of those rats, that shit tanked. That shit was trying to turn itself off.
And And that
But-
GPU is closer to the Series X and PS5.
Yeah. And then you like when that kind of thing happens, you're like, oh, I get why it's 30 on the PS5 because it's like I'm getting like 35 FPS on a GPU that's like marginally faster, barely. So it's like I get it. I get why it's 30 FPS there. And as long as games are developers, there's certain developers that like pushing high fidelity. And as long as that's a thing, which it's always going to be a thing, like Cam said, 30 FPS isn't, that's not going to go anywhere on console.
Okay, all right. Well, I think we're pretty good with that. Did anybody else have anything else on this, or?
No, I'm good.
All right. Let's move on to the next topic, which will be Immortals of Avium.
Let's go.
Oof.
This new
He said,
game
oof.
that just
Woof. What are you talking about, Vinny?
Ooh.
Hold on now.
All right, Vinny's going first. He put himself on the line right there.
Vinny, what are you
Himself
doing?
on the line. Go on ahead, buddy. Let him know.
Hashtag let them know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tell me why EA is gonna mess up this time because they've been having a pretty killer year.
Well, I don't think they'll mess it up per se. I just don't think this is one of those games that's gonna really be impactful or, let's say, game of the year contender, just because of like the marketing behind it, like how close to, like, we didn't know about this game until like a month ago, right? A few weeks ago. And I think this is just one of those side projects that EA is like just testing the waters with to see how well it does. And if it does well, they'll release a sequel that's better and where, what we expect it to be. But I think this game's going to be kind of mediocre, in my opinion. Just like judging from like the gameplay and the trailers.
Okay. I mean,
All right. Well, I don't like that, Vinny. I'll tell you that right now. I don't appreciate that take. It sucked. Try again. But you know what? It is what it is. You had your take. Now it's time for me to have mine, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I thought the game looked pretty dang fantastic, and it looks like it's trying to redeem itself from something like Anthem, in my opinion. They didn't want to show too much off because of what they did with Anthem. Overshowed what they had with that game, and then didn't deliver all of what they talked about giving us in that game. In fact, it totally looked different when you played it compared to what they had showed off, even on the PC versions and stuff like that. So, so it to me is EA treading lightly and not trying to step in some poop. Because like I just got done saying, they've been having a really good year so far with Dead Space. They're about to have Jedi Survivor come out. Wild Hogs has maybe been their most iffy game so far this year, but that's also kind of a new game for them, them testing something out. So I would say this is like, in my opinion, like, and I don't want anybody to take this with any disrespect at all, but this is like the Wild Hogs kind of feel where it's like, oh, like, what the heck? What is this? But it could hit off if they do this right and they actually take care of it down the line. And may I add, may I ask real quick before I go to finish this thought off? Is this game supposed to be multiplayer?
Single player. Yeah.
Single player. All right. Well, that changes.
Yeah, I see a little bit mediocre.
No, not so much as mediocre. Just as like I was kind of leaning towards Destiny-ish, but now I'm leaning back towards Doom more because of the whole single player aspect. So much crap going on. Stuff. I talked about it in my podcast that it kind of reminded me of, because you're shooting with your fingers and stuff like that. Ghostwire Tokyo that just came out, right?
I
But
think
like
that's
all
where I
the
got inspiration from.
but all its flashy glamour lights and craziness of like Doom, but the smoothness of Destiny. That's kind of where I was kind of thinking when I was first seeing this game. And I was really hoping that it was gonna be multiplayer, but it's not, and that's a little unfortunate now hearing. But definitely something that I'm still kind of interested in. I'm just wondering how long a game like this can be now that it's going to be only single player.
You know what I think when I watch this trailer? I think this is how I felt, and I expect it to end a little bit differently, quite a bit differently. This is how I felt watching Forspoken stuff. Like, you guys know, I was super hyped for Forspoken for a while, and then like towards the end, once I played the demo, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm good. But this feels like that. This feels like it's gonna have fun gameplay. It's probably gonna have a pretty bad, mediocre story, I would expect. And it'll be a solid first effort for, I don't know who made this.
Ascendant.
EA didn't make this. This is just published by them, right?
Yeah.
It's Ascendant
Yeah.
Studios, published by EA. It's supposed to be like an EA original, though.
Do we
Okay.
know what Ascendant made in the past?
I'm gonna look that up actually right now. Ascendant Studios.
I want to say it's a new stuff. Isn't this like the guy behind it was like an ex Call of Duty and
I think so. I think you're right.
Call of Duty and I forget what other one he was on. I think it was BioShock, maybe.
Oh, that would make sense. What if we made Call of Duty and BioShock?
I went to the website and I don't see any sort of games. Like,
Yeah, so this is our first game.
Yeah, this is the first game.
So, like, that's my thing. This is going to be a solid first try for a new IP. I'm going to get it simply off the gameplay. The gameplay looks insane. Now
that you say
if they come out with a demo, what's that?
I was just saying, now that you say that, it's kind of, making me feel like a little bit of, what is that? What's that? Atomic Heart.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's going to be of that kind of quality, possibly.
I'd be happy with that. Like, I really, really enjoyed Atomic Heart. So if it meets that level, plus that game was stupidly well optimized. But like, if it meets that level of quality, like the story's passable, some good parts, some bad parts, but the gameplay is all around fun, then I'm all in. I'm all in.
Hopefully they release it and it's a finished game, because that seems to be a trend going on lately. Is just I feel like things haven't been coming out 100% complete.
Yeah, it comes out in July, right?
Yeah, July 20th.
July 20th.
Yeah, so it's a little spooky to me personally, but we'll see.
I wonder. I'd be interested to see if they do like a independently just gameplay like trailer. Hopefully they. I mean, usually they do it. You know what I mean? But we can really see what it's looking like. You know.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That does look awesome, though. I hope they do that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. All right. Anybody got anything else on this?
Nope.
Is the next topic Mario?
It can be.
We'll just talk about Blind Giant 808. No,
it can be, sir.
Oh, heck yeah. Let's get
If you
into
want
it.
I haven't watched it yet, but
Same.
You haven't watched? Oh, jeez.
Nope.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I'm actually supposed to go watch it tonight with the wife. So,
let's go.
Yeah, but if you guys want to talk about it, those have seen it, that's totally cool. Have you
It's
seen
a
it now?
Vinny and Ham back and forth.
Yeah, I've seen it, and I know Vinny has seen it. It was interesting. I was surprised how involved Peach was. But it was pretty cool. Like I was happy with the story. I thought it was a good movie. I don't want to say too much because I feel like you could just kind of ruin it for some people.
Yeah. I mean, here's a question for you, for people who didn't see it either. Do you guys think this is gonna lead in a new era for Nintendo, where they continue to make these IP movies with how well Mario did?
I think
I don't see
so.
why
I
not.
wasn't there like someone put out like I don't know if it was like a fake timeline or something, but it was like a bunch of games to come to make shows or movies of.
I've not seen it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I think they should. I mean, they're hitting out of the park. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the number one video game movie ever made, like in
Of
revenue.
all time?
Yeah, of all time.
Damn, yeah,
It beat Frozen.
that's an
2.
achievement.
Did it beat Frozen? I know it
It
beat
beat Frozen 2.
Warcraft
Good
and
lord.
also Sonic and there's another movie. Gosh, can't remember. Another video game movie, but I can't put my finger on it. But yeah, so it's a number one grossing video game inspired movie.
Yeah,
Nice.
and it's the one with Frozen. It's the number one animated to make the
Oh,
most
yeah,
gross
yeah.
the most. So it beat Frozen 2, which had beaten out previously Frozen. So it's the number one animated freaking grossing,
That's insane.
like in its first week, I guess. You know what I mean?
That is actually insane, considering how big that was.
Yeah.
There's that meme of Jack Black getting interviewed and
Yeah.
the creative Nintendo in the back, or of Mario.
He just looks really disappointed.
He's like, guys, I made Mario.
I didn't
You
see
wouldn't know it, but I made this.
that.
Jack Black's just up there breakdancing, whatever shit he's doing.
Singing
Wow.
about peaches.
Yeah, that song he made, right? That thing is like hitting everywhere. Everybody's enjoying that thing.
Frozen
Video was
quality.
fun. I am definitely excited to watch this. I was gonna watch it in 3D, but
Nah,
I don't think we would have made it to the 3D one. Plus, it was such a smaller theater. So,
The 3D is not that great, anyways.
oh no way. Oh okay. Oh then good. I dodged a bullet then.
Yeah.
Definitely excited for this one.
Yeah, Mario 2D is usually always the best.
Wow. That's a good one.
It's a bold opinion.
Oh man. Oh, all right. Well, we'll switch it up now. Let's talk. We'll go to Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh,
How you guys feeling about this one?
I'm actually pretty excited for it. I still don't know if I'm getting a day one. There's just too much coming out, and I still need to beat Breath of the Wild, but it's on my radar. It's definitely on my radar. And all the gameplay they're showing, it looks pretty awesome. The crafting and everything, being able to make literally anything, is insane.
Yeah, I found that interesting too. I never played the first one yet, so I gotta try to play that at least.
honest opinion on from a scale from 1 to 10, how likely do you think this game will win Game of the Year this year?
Dude, I mean, it's either, honestly, it's either this or Hogwarts. I like, my favorite game is going to be Starfield. I can pretty much almost guarantee that, unless it comes out like content incomplete and completely broken.
And 30 FPS.
Yeah. Like, well, it's gonna be 30 FPS. You better get ready for that. So, but like, it's gonna be this or Hogwarts, and I think it's gonna be Hogwarts. But I wouldn't be too surprised if it's this. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, I feel like everybody there's a love for Zelda that
There really is.
that freaking just overtakes like everything.
Oshans, everybody.
Yeah,
It's,
so I mean, I think
it's
this has a really great chance at being Game of the Year.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And where you stand on it?
Yeah, Ham, you look like you have some thoughts.
Yeah.
Is this just
I
DLC?
do.
Is this just
Uh,
DLC?
I definitely do. So, I mean, I think this is going to be insane. I'm not even like dying to play this game per se. But I think this is going to be something that just slaps for a while. And I think Nintendo's going to take this and make this a double launch. And what I mean by that is this is their perfect time to drop this game, say goodbye to the Switch, and go on to the next console and make everybody double dip.
And everybody rebuy it again.
I think that's how serious this game is. They did it with the last one, Breath of the Wild, when they put it out on Wii U. And then, hey, here comes the Switch. And everybody got it for the Switch as well. So I think this is their way of ushering out of the Switch and into whatever they're planning on dropping next. But they want this to flourish on the Switch as much as possible.
Do you think that's why they delayed it?
I don't know. I mean, possibly. And also to make sure that it's cleaned up, because this game looks like a monstrosity. It looks massive. It looks crazy big in comparison of the last one. And all the stuff that you're going to be able to do in this game is way more intense compared to what you're able to do in Breath of the Wild. So that's why I think it's going to be big, let alone, but I think it's also just going to be insane the way that this is a bestseller, probably on two separate consoles, but they're both under the same umbrella. I think that's how big this game's going to be. Hogwarts Legacy, I think, is big as well. And let's keep in mind, Hogwarts Legacy is yet to even drop on the Switch yet. It hasn't even dropped on the Switch, PS4, or the Xbox One.
That's insane, and they already sold 20 million.
Yep.
Yeah, they're already crushing it like that. So I'm not trying to say, like Hogwarts doesn't have a chance, but I don't know. Like, it's going to be, I kind of agree with Matt that I think those are going to be the two front runners. Sorry, Starfield. Sorry, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You guys can compete for third and fourth.
Yeah.
But those two IPs in particular, Zelda and Harry Potter type IPs, are just so like popular that it's not even fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mr. Jonah Dark in the chat says Tears of the Kingdom, Gotti 2020.
Yeah, we didn't even mention Diablo or Final Fantasy 16 or
That's
any
another
of
thing.
that stuff, which is thanks, Mr. Joanna Dark. We forgot all about that because Diablo 4 is already going to be a banger. And man, I'm not sure if Starfield's going to make top 5.
There's a Game of the Year contender every month for this month, next month, and the month after. There's a Game of the Year contender. That's just 3 months in a row. And then you get Starfield at the end of the year. And then whatever we don't know about, which I mean, might pop in at the end of the year. It's like,
I don't even know about Jedi Survivor.
Stealth drops.
Oh, dude.
EA ain't even finished.
Yeah, it's stacked. Plus, it's like, I also think, I don't think
Resident Evil 4 remake.
I think that should probably be there. I think Dead Space should be there. Dead Space probably won't because I'm just not expecting it to be, but I think it should. It deserves it. But there's just too many games this year that deserve to be there. Something is not going to be there, and people are going to be upset about it. So it'll be interesting.
Forbidden West isn't going to be there. It's rigged.
God,
It's
yeah.
great.
It's literally in every category.
Where's the Burning Shores DLC?
I agree with Mr. Joanna Dark. He thinks Zelda's gonna beat out Hogwarts, and he's saying it's not
Yeah.
gonna touch it, right? And I think that Hogwarts is gonna be closer to Zelda than he thinks. In my
You just
opinion.
really think Starfield, Hogwarts, and Zelda fighting for Game of the Year?
I think Diablo and Final Fantasy and Spider-Man are in a different category of popularity than Hogwarts and Zelda is. This is my opinion.
Hmm.
Dude, I think the only way Hogwarts loses is if just the whole controversy surrounding it.
Yeah,
I feel like
think
that's the only way
Hogwarts
it
is too
loses.
controversial.
Like I could see them not giving it the award for that.
Yeah,
That would be.
And I didn't even beat the game because I basically had it spoiled for me, so I just didn't care to beat it. But like what I played, it's obviously of the quality to be of contention for that, and it has the ridiculous amount of popularity behind it, like a stupid amount of popularity. So
He said Final Fantasy may cry.
Sensei Big Cry.
FF16 is gonna win Game of the Year. Joanna Dark.
I told Vinny this and he laughed at me, and I was like, Final Fantasy looks like Monster World Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter World or whatever, because it just feels like, and I get it's RPG, but it's just like, dude, they're hacking and slashing. He's doing the dopest moves, and that health bar ain't moving. Like, what's going on over here? It seems like you're gonna be fighting for a day just on four dumb enemies.
Do you think it's gonna hit as hard as, since they're like changing up the gameplay, than from your normal Final Fantasy?
I think the game's gonna hit. Just it ain't gonna hit for me. It's gonna hit for Vinny.
Yeah, straight into my veins. No, I think it's
hit
gonna.
for someone.
I think it's gonna be their best-selling Final Fantasy game, in my opinion.
Okay.
Despite only being on PS5, I think it's gonna sell at least 6 million in their launch week, launch month.
The power of Nintendo and Zelda IP is bigger than Sony IP. That is true. So Joanna Dark spitting.
He's
all right,
voicing, that's what he's doing.
All right, let's hit that the next topic we got going here. The 4070 card is out, or been announced and whatnot. How you? Oh my god!
The budget card.
The budget-friendly friend.
The budget card for $700.
Yeah,
Is it 700? Wait, I thought it was $6. Oh my god! Wait, how much is the 4070 Ti then? 800?
I think it's 800. Is it 800 or 900? Hold on, let me look that up.
Been to find out in this trailer.
4070 Ti is 800. There's one here for 830, 840. Yeah, it's 800.
4070, it's $599. Mr. Jonah Dark says.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're right, Vinny. That's a good thing.
$599. Okay, there
and
you
they
go.
say
the
what it's
budget's
equivalent to like
I
a
see it.
3080.
Yeah,
so if you're looking for like a 3080 budget card,
yep.
It has what, more VRAM, right? Or no? 12?
I think it has the same amount. Or no, I think it might have 12 gigabytes. Okay. Yeah, it's the same amount as the 3080.
You get 3080 like performance. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, so for people that are upgrading from like, you know, to 20
budget
series or even
compared
the
to
10
last
series.
year.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be a good upgrade.
It's not good enough to put the word budget in front of it, though.
Dude,
Yeah.
They're about three.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
About $250 to $350. They're like $350 off of the word budget on this. Dude, I like when I built my first PC, I used a budget graphics card. It was a 1050 Ti and it cost me $105. That was a budget graphics card. saying budget for $600 is a little bit insane.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. The
300
budget
would be
is
budget.
more than the console in just the video card.
It's insane.
Yeah, the inflation on all this stuff has been ridiculous.
Thanks, Joe
Yeah.
Biden.
It's inflation, and it's also Nvidia and AMD and everybody else just like, I don't care. You guys are gonna buy it, so buy it. That's
It's crazy
what's happening.
because they released their most budget-friendly like series last generation for them, the 30
Dude,
series,
the 30
and they're
series
like,
was
"Wow,
nuts
this
when it
sold like
released.
hotcakes. Let's up the price."
Let's double the price because screw it, why not? You know?
They're gonna pay it. Why not? Let's get our money.
Exactly. I mean, and it's working, dude. People are buying it, so you can't fault them, I guess.
God damn.
Yeah, it's just so insane that how the prices are. I mean, because I'm relatively new to PC, but I got in and it was pandemic and it was just crazy. The prices for everything was insane. You know what I mean? And it's like you start to see some stuff come down now, but it's still just like these companies are still running it at super high prices. Like, and it's
Dude,
like,
and that's the thing. It's like that $600 price tag. That's what it's like when the price came down. Because there was a period of time where buying a new GPU, like you could go on Amazon and look for a 3070, and that would cost you about $1,000. Actually, more than $1,000. That'd be like closer to $1,400.
Yeah, the
There was a time when that
scalpers.
was a thing, and it's like that's a new card. So it's like, I guess technically compared to that, this is budget, but realistically, this is still far from budget.
They're
Like, even with
charging
inflation.
scalper prices.
Dude, that's I watched a Linus Tech Tips video, and he was like, it was either Linus or Jay's 2 cents, was basically like they saw what scalpers were doing, and they're like, well, how about we just do it instead? How about we'll just do it instead? And that's exactly what they've done. So, I mean, God bless them. They're doing it.
Mr. Jonah Dark says video card prices are ridiculous, but with PC, you always eat the upfront cost, but your rig can last longer than consoles. My last build had a 2080 Ti. Oh, excuse me, and the PC is still running. That is true. You get longevity, I guess, out of it.
To this
Last
day.
a while, yeah.
Where's it running to? I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
But
Ta-ding-ting.
Zinger.
Oh man. I mean, that's all I got for topics. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about that it's on your mind? I mean, I know you guys got your show next and stuff, but
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I got the topics for our show, which, I mean,
save that
talk
for your show.
yeah, I'm
that
going to talk a little bit about Redfall,
Save
but
that for
I'm
you
mostly
guys.
like being on a show with Ham twice already and hearing him talk about Redfall, myself talking about it. I mostly just want to hear what Mike and Tuan think about that.
Yeah, right. I don't want to hear what Matt.
But I mean, it's I don't have anything to add. I don't know about you, Ham.
I just no.
What about you, Vinny? Anything been on your mind lately?
Oh, Vinny, you there?
And we lost Vinny.
Oh, he's muted.
He's
Damn.
always muted. Maybe he stepped away for a second.
To say.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing to say.
No.
sorry, my headset disconnected. Oh, Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Oh, you're good, bro. You're good. Was there anything else that you had on your mind that you wanted to speak about?
No, y'all should plug in your show so that everybody here can watch it later in about an hour or so.
Absolutely. So we do a show every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Got it going in about an hour from now. Over on the Game Drain on YouTube. Check that out. talking about all the news from this week in gaming and everything. Just some opinions, some hot takes, and everything like that. Definitely a fun time. Come through and check it out.
Yeah.
Nope.
Sounds like
All right.
be there or be square.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's where we're gonna be here shortly. Yes, correct. That's where we're gonna be. Me and Matt have we just kind of have a channel, just to kind of give you more light on the situation. Me and Matt have like a separate channel that we do, because we each already have our own channels. Matt has Matt Likes Games, and I have TSWS Gaming. But on Sundays, we have a show that we do with Twan and Hard Day's Mike on a separate channel, like Matt said, The Game Drain. And we just talk about the news each week, and every once in a while Matt does some streaming of games on there. Matt more or less likes to use that channel because he his channel is mostly posting videos, so this allows him to be able to go stream and not have it mess with the algorithm or whatever you want to call it over on the other channel. So
100%.
that is what we'd like to do over there, and hopefully you guys have a chance to go check it out, like and subscribe it. See you guys over there in an hour if you decide to join.
Yes,
I'll be
Very much appreciated.
Yeah, I'll be in the chat. I'll be chilling. I'm always in there chilling. But one last thing, Mr. John Dark is asking: anybody getting Dead Island 2?
I'm waiting for reviews. I've literally got $72 on Xbox credit right now from rewards and stuff. I pre-ordered. Vinny actually got me Jedi Survivor, and I'm waiting to pre-order Dead Island 2. If the reviews are good, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. We'll see.
Awesome.
Heck yeah.
What about you, Ham? No.
Nope.
You don't look too happy.
Why nope?
Emphatic.
Nope, because it just there's too many games I am interested in, and that one's not one that I need to have day one. That's it. It's not that it looks bad or anything. It looks pretty good. I like that whole thing where dude had like whatever glove in his hand and he like punched a hole in that person's face. I was like, man, I want to do that. But I mean, other than that, I mean, I already have a zombie game that I have 2 of them thanks to Matt. I got Dying Light 1 and 2, and those are fun games as it is. I played the heck out of Dying Light when it came out last year. Do I want to do that 2 years in a row? Not yet. I remember when I told myself that I was not ready for Borderlands again, and I seen Tiny Tina's come out, and I bought it anyways, thinking, you know what, I might not be into it, and I'm telling myself to take a break, but let's see what happens when I buy it. It was a bad idea, and I'm trying to be a better person than I was last year, so I'm not going to buy this day one. I'm going to see how everybody else likes it. I'm going to let Matt be the test, the
beta boy.
Yeah,
The beta boy.
Well,
The beta
that's
boy
not
Civil
gonna happen
War.
if those reviews are bad. Oh, no.
Yeah. I'll let him figure it out if either he likes it or not. But for me, that game looks like something that I'd like to get at like, I'm not gonna lie, like $50, $40.
All
It
right.
doesn't look like something I need right now, but not saying that it's bad. It could be a fantastic game, and it could pull me to the side because, hey, Elden Ring wasn't a day one for me either.
Mhm.
But I ended up paying the toll.
I remember
Imagine
the
Dead
wife-
Island
the wife
reviews
made you
better
buy
than
that.
Elden
The
Ring.
wife made you buy that.
And my wife did. My wife pushed me.
I
over
was
the
like,
edge.
why don't you buy it? It looks fun.
I was just like, fine.
They're everywhere.
I'll go get my ass kicked with
Supporters.
everybody else. That sounds great.
Oh, my
Imagine
God.
Dead Island scores a 98 on Metacritic.
98.
It's like the
God
greatest
damn.
game ever made.
Would you play it then, Ham?
No. Wouldn't be in a rush to go get it.
No.
Wouldn't be in a rush to go get it until I seen other people. Like what sold me on Elden Ring was watching other people playing it that I know that I just knew were not into Souls games. That's what made me want to play it. Matt playing it may make me more interested in it, but it's not going to make me want to play it compared to when he downloaded like MLB The Show on Game Pass, and me knowing that he's not into baseball and he wanted to play that game. That's the kind of stuff that makes me want to play games that I'm uncertain about, is when somebody that I know is not into this genre and for some reason they bought it.
Yeah, you probably opened your friends list and just saw everybody on Elden Ring for a while.
Dude,
That did
like
hurt
that.
some feelings. And then when the wife, gave me a titty twister, I gave. I was like, all right, I'm gonna run to the store now, sweetie. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I really enjoyed the other Dead Islands. I was really good. Like Riptide also. So I don't know if it's a day one yet. I'm gonna kind of like Matt, I'm gonna wait to see other reviews just because this game got delayed for this long and how much different hands that game got pushed over to. So I'm gonna wait and see how it is, how it comes out, and then see how it goes from there. But right on. With that said, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Go to the game drain in 1 hour. That way you can catch Matt, Ham, Mike, and Twan giving our good takes. And check out their other channels, Matt Likes Games and TWS. They said we said game.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much for coming on. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
anytime.
Thank you guys so much.
Anytime at all, guys.
And I'm looking forward to seeing Ham's interview this week with Lord Cognito. That'll be a great episode. Yeah. So don't forget to check that out.
Absolutely.
We gotta say peace out. See you guys later.
See you.
Down a little country road not far away.